Hi, I'm Paul Mescal, and this is my starter pack of cultural essentials. I've been kind of racking my brain to come up with a different answer in terms of a film that has had the lasting impact on me, or to say something different, but it hasn't really changed in terms of something that consistently maroons my day in the best sense of the word, which is Derek Cianfrance's Blue Valentine. I remember seeing it in drama school. I remember being so profoundly moved by it. I remember being so frightened by the performances in terms of seeing both sides to the thing that I think for most of us is the most alive thing in our life, which is these romantic relationships and the kind of inception of those things and the death of those things. I've always found it so moving, and the performances and the way Derek directs that film, I think it's a perfect film. I haven't lived with it for long enough to know if it's gonna be the thing that changes my life, but at the moment I'm listening. It's a cultural essential at the moment for me. It's an artist called Jake Minch is his name, and it's a new record that he has out called George. He's got a lyric in the last song called Twice, where he's like, it sounds not romantic, and the song isn't romantic, but there's this concept of being in a relationship with someone and you're both sucking on the end of a clogged straw, but if you're drinking, I'm drinking. And I was like, whoa.
I was never gonna love you right, but I'd love you more than I ever had yet. So if you're drinking, I'm drinking.
That's like a crazy observation and kind of this weird image that I just felt was so strong. And just as a record, I hadn't listened to him before, and I think he's really, really brilliant. There's a book, I was actually talking about it earlier today. It's a book called Department of Speculation by Jenny Offel. And I read it during the pandemic for the first time. It's probably the book that I've reread the most, and I just love the form of it so much. It's very much, I would say, if you like Blue Valentine as a film, it lives in the same family. I think the way that you are subjectively with this, with the protagonist, who's kind of unnamed, is just like a wonderful capsule of a relationship, and the concept of falling in love and falling out of love, and what it's like to raise a child within all of the chaos of that. And I just loved it very much. So that's a cultural essential for me. I was late to the game with Severance and watched the first season in anticipation of the second season. In terms of what that show is doing, in terms of what they're doing behind the camera and in front of camera, and having watched an actor like Adam Scott and just the cast in general, and what I expected of him, having seen his work before versus what he's doing, particularly in the second season, I was like, ooh, this is really, really great work. And the way Ben Stiller directs it, and my friend Susie Lavelle, who shot Normal People, shot the second season. And there's really brilliant artists involved in that. The writing is so satisfying, and can't wait for season 3.